in the Ivory Coast, the existence of slavery on cotton plantations has been established by UNICEF. But we were traveling in search of slaves in the country's biggest cash crop, cocoa. The Ivory Coast produces nearly half the world's supply, over 100 million tons of cocoa grown on thousands of small plantations. We'd heard rumors that young men were being trafficked from neighboring Mali to work on these plantations as slaves. Nobody had documented this before, yet the slaves were disturbingly easy to find.
There's nothing to stop these young men leaving the plantation, except that they've been trafficked 300 miles from home. They're penniless, and they have no idea where they are. Paid nothing, unable to leave, and totally controlled by the farmer, these men are not simply exploited, they are modern-day slaves. They agreed to talk to us while their master was away at market.
How long have you been working on this plantation?
Yeah.
And how much money have you been paid for your work?
Mafudi. Minkosan amana tawaddi nemo onyedonko. Amadi konti sala amadi ko forse do intese ka amna lawente woro le nyedo. Tute alemadi. Woro de la. Nika afoko akadi aleteso. Nika baraka woro mna teso ka waridi. Nidu matui. Ko woro de ko zonente ka amna la forse la ale batu ko atadi. Abem dina tajula ka gole fo ara abem bonna ala drone bodo note amandini nega baraka mbora sugono ko me wari nega baraka war masoro abem dorom ala drone bodo.
And do you find the work on the plantation easy or hard?
Akajugu ke mo bese ka fo bara man ka manjugo akajugu asike ni e mo mi ta kare ite se ka ka manjugo anu muru mala anu bese ka ronga akajugu mo ngira akajugu.
Sigiasi mi anga amboya kana warko ta fanfela lo konta un kusia
Coca-Cola on kera joye Coca-Cola nute uma ka hui ka on te hui do Coca-Cola joye.
Once the cocoa pods have been harvested, the beans are scooped out and dried before being packed for sale. Although cocoa is grown in dozens of countries around the world, the Ivory Coast is by far the biggest producer. Last year, the UK directly imported over £50 million worth of Ivoirian cocoa to satisfy our appetite as some of the biggest chocolate eaters in the world. The average person in Britain munches through the equivalent of over 200 bars of chocolate a year.
Since many of the plantation workers are from Mali, we wanted to talk to Abdul Mako, one of the Malinese consuls in the Ivory Coast. He invited us to his home to meet 19 young men who had recently been freed from slavery on a cocoa plantation.
Bon. Voici les enfants dont on vous a parlé. Ils sont au nombre de 19. On vient de les libérer avec l'appui des autorités ivoiriennes. Là, ces jeunes vivaient un véritable esclavage. Ils travaillaient à l'aube très tôt le matin et ils le finissaient après le crépuscule. Aujourd'hui, ils font bon mine parce qu'ils ont demandé à ce qu'ils soient coiffés, sinon il faisait beaucoup plus pitié.
Et pourquoi est-il malade?
En fait, il est malade parce que, et lui, en fait, il vient d'arriver. Il n'a que 6 mois. Donc, il était à une période de dressage, en fait. Malheureusement pour lui, son corps ne peut pas supporter les coups.
After one of the young men finally managed to escape, the consul led a raid on the plantation to liberate those still enslaved.
Le tout était pratiquement isolé du monde entier. Et ils étaient méconnaissables quand on nous a trouvés. Le tout s'est passé comme s'ils sortaient d'un autre monde. À partir de 20h, 20h30, la cabane est bouclée par un d'entre eux qui est considéré comme le chef. Et chacun rentre dans la cabane avec une vieille boîte de nid d'eau dans laquelle il doit uriner. Il n'est pas question de sortir la nuit pour uriner. Quand ils fuient, ils doivent obligatoirement être rattrapés par leurs camarades. Quand il est rattrapé, il est battu matin et soir pendant les premiers jours. Et quand il n'en peut plus, on le laisse, car lorsque ses plaies sont cicatrisées, on le remet dans le lot pour recommencer le travail. Et on le surveille, on veille sur lui, jusqu'à ce qu'il se ramollisse, qu'il accepte son sort et ses conditions.
The consul has arranged for the boys to go home to Mali, to be reunited with families that may have given up hope of ever seeing them again. For now, they are staying at Consul Mako's home, beginning to recover from years of psychological as well as physical torture.
Serenya fana ba dona ande se ka bori ni fana borla taga yoro ti fe e ba taga fan va ba ni mine ni fana nana mine aba ni bugo nyema aba sere ki bugo sisa ka datu gi dalai kumina ka bulu sirti ka sero do ba bugo ya do ba bugo la ko fe ni ba fa ka bugo dikta dir bugo ka proof la ska ko ti
How long would they be for?
I'm a boy, she has la Ula Fair and it's a home.
Kau buat cukup malah. Wow, baik.
How old is this boy?
He's 18 now.
18 now. Your body is covered in scars. Can you tell us what happened to you?
We antagana bla barla bo barana na gan na enforce sa barake mbura sisa bombura mge utala mine kana mbo sisa
Abola minge bana ni bara digla nyongona atesela atesega tamatuni allala tiga sero shefu tala gatanta kana ni far tiga afarba tiga ka jur bobola ni abe bara ka jur ni mina ke don dumgo ba dumuka ka don na ba tur ka fen dudu abana ba ka tu bara lai.
In the time that you were working on the plantation, was anybody killed like this?
Oka boka fa be bana ni do bola na amadimina ka ke atesega fuike abata ka tagana ka tabla abla ka tafan ka kwale talabla
Tatala bara.
ba foti kwale talabla tayi.
Was anybody here paid any money for their work?
Mwana baraka utagata warda.
And how many years were you working for?
Nga ka sanyi loro ni kalworo talebe banu.
When you think back on what you've had to do for these last 5 years, what does it make you feel?
Oni memiri la lela nta dushu ben dimi kono na kwa aben dimi ke kuma shama jigin ta dushu na kitronti sigate.
The cocoa goes into making chocolate. Have you ever tasted chocolate?
Mali do dum lungre.
In the rest of the world, millions and millions of people eat chocolate. What would you tell those people?
Nimba feka kuma fo ma sisa oluminu ma sanga ta dum sisa ni segala la ka sɔrɔ n tɛ foyi sɔrɔ la k'a dum n bɛna olu le dɔgɔya n b'a fɔ olu fɛ olu bɛ n ta basi le dum na ne bɛ segala la ka sɔrɔ n tɛ tɔnɔ sɔrɔ la olu bɛ laban ka na olu bɛ n'ale san ka taa dum ka sɔrɔ n bɛ baara kɛ min fɛ ale tɛ foyi sɔrɔ foyi di ne fɛ n b'olu le dɔgɔya ka f'u fɛ u bɛ n ta basi le dum na